Right, I'm gonna try and do this in one take. Hopefully I can. It is the 29th as I'm recording this video. And today I want to talk about BO6. Now, I did remember saying a long time ago I wasn't gonna sit here and shit talk games, but I'm gonna be so honest, I love this game to death. However, there is a bunch, and I mean a bunch of glaring issues that are just there, and it's making me not really have a good time with the game. It makes me not want to play it. And I genuinely feel like these are things that I do want to talk about, and I think that some people can agree when I talk about some of these things because I have been experiencing them a lot, and it's genuinely like makes the game not fun. It makes me not want to play it. Like usually I would enjoy a COD for at least a few weeks. Like I enjoyed MW3 for a little bit. I enjoyed MW2 for a little bit and Cold War and other games like that. But this game, I'm getting annoyed very fast just by purely playing it. Like, it's just not fun to play for long periods of time, I feel. And I have a list here, small list of things that I just don't like about this game and that can easily be fixed. Nothing on this list that I'm going to talk about is really things that can't be fixed. I am going to attempt to provide some constructive criticism. I'm not going to do what other people do, where they'll just sit talk something and not provide a creative solution to it. So, yes, let's start with the very first one on this list, and this is something that is my biggest, and I mean my biggest issue with this game, and it happens to me so many times, and I feel like many people can understand this when I say this. The TTK in this game makes no sense. I'm being so dead ass when I say sometimes I'll be winning gunfights with 5 bullets, and then other times I will lose a gunfight unloading 9 bullets into somebody. And I don't know, this could be a multitude of things, and I think the fire range was a good example of this. If the fire range is still garbage, just let me know because I feel like this is definitely a thing where dependent on the range that you're shooting a certain thing at, your TTK will drop really fast. Like the damage range and how much you lose damage based on like the range you're at is crazy. Like I think with some SMGs, if you're like within like 9 to 10 meters, you'll get like 20 damage, and then if you're like without like beyond that, I keep dropping this thing. If you're beyond that, then you just start doing like 10 damage, which is probably a big factor. But at the same time, whenever I'm close range too, I will lose a lot of gunfights when I get first bullet. It is insane on how many gunfights I lose purely just because the game just doesn't want me to win them. Like that, I'm being so serious. People can correct me in the comments section if you haven't been dealing with this, but I'm telling you, the TTK sometimes will go from really fast, you'll be winning a lot of gunfights, to you'll just lose a gunfight because the game said, "Yep, this is where you're losing. You just can't win that." Like, and it's just shocking. It's crazy. This was a random one-off one. This is talking about the Tanto. The Tanto's TTK makes no sense. And I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The fire rate definitely is super slow, but there's times once again where I will be unloading a mag into somebody and they just do one, two, three, and I'm dead. The Tanto's TTK literally is absurd. You die so fast to it. It is a three-hitter quitter. And I would talk about the XM4. I was going to, but I feel like the XM4 literally it. Other guns can definitely challenge it. I have used other guns and they can definitely outgun the XM4 if they're not in their spawn hiding, which we'll get to that here in a second. Third thing on this list is the camos, and I'm not talking about the camo challenges. I actually do think they were handled well. I am talking actually. You know what? We'll get to the camo challenges here in a second, but I'm talking about the usage of the camos. And what I mean by that is how you can put on different camos for different guns. It isn't really that good, in my honest opinion, and I genuinely am not a fan on how they handled it this year. Where back in Modern Warfare 2 and 3, if you unlocked a camo, you could put it on any gun you wanted, whether you had it max level or, no camos at all. You could just unlock the gun and you could put whatever camo you want on it. I enjoyed that. Now you literally have to complete the entirety of a camo category, I think now. Like the entire, like if you want to get like certain camos, you have to complete the entirety of the military camo section to use one of like the 14 camos in its category. That's a terrible system, and it also reduces the amount of cool camos you can add to the game, because let me tell you, I think ARs all have the same camos. And I'm 90% sure that's the way to make it to where you could, like, the camo tracking is easier, but it's garbage in my opinion. I wish there were more camos. Like there weren't just like the same military cam, like kind of like the other one. There's like the fun camos. There's the glitch camos. There's the I guess once again military camos. In this game, there's only like military and then just other. I haven't really looked. I really don't care, but it's just I just stopped running camos on guns. I'm not running any camos on my guns anymore. It's just, I'd rather run it all matte black than whatever you're gonna offer me. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. And whenever I get dark matter, I'll just run dark matter on everything at that point. Like, it's just not, no, nah, I'm good. This next thing isn't really based on the game. This is based on everyone else I played against. Some of y'all, I'm not even joking. This game has some of the best movement in like ever, and y'all play like some of the biggest bitches I've ever. I'm not even joking when I say this. I'm not kidding. No joke. There is so many weapons I have where people are just hiding from me. People are just sitting in their spawn or in corners, just scared to move, and I'm just like I'm confused. People have been begging and pleading for like movement for the longest time, and no one's utilizing it. They're scared to move. I don't know. And please tell me in the comments why this is the why are people scared to like move? Why are people scared to push? Why are people scared to get involved in engagements? Please, it's been like this forever, and it's just confused. It's been like this since Modern Warfare 3, where they buffed up the movement for MW2, and y'all are still scared to push anything. Don't buy a new COD with some of the best movement in the game if you're scared to fight people who are utilizing it. If you're just gonna hide in a corner or sit in your spawn and get kills. I only get if you're grinding camo, but there's people who are laying on the floor doing this shit. I straight up UAVs, mines, claymores. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like seriously. It's boring. This one's a bit is just like me. This is just a me thing. Hardcore face-off is by far one of the worst things in the world. And speaking of this, face-off, listen, this play will be 10 times better. Y'all remove HVT right now. Remove that game mode right now. Remove it from that playlist. Just make it like a playlist for like core. I would enjoy it in core just to have. In face-off, it doesn't belong in there. It's kind of like, shit. I can't even compare it to another game mode. Like, what's a game mode that's just in a playlist just to exist? Fucking, I guess like TDM with like 100 kills or something to where like the game ends too fast. And plus, I don't want to fight a guy who has plates on. And then not to mention, that's just giving him more of a reason to hide from me. Like, it's just not a good mix, too. Especially because, once again, the plates are going to mess up the TTK as well, in my honest opinion. It's just not fun. Just bring back the, the president game mode, if y'all want to have HVT or something like that. The president game mode was way better, because it was kind of like search and destroy-ish, and it was really, I thought it was pretty fun. I didn't play it a whole lot, though. Yeah, it existed. Now, this one, once again, this is going to kind of culminate into two different things. The maps in this game, I ain't gonna hold you, are awful. It's like, not all of them, but the bad maps are bad. Like, in Modern Warfare 3, usually when I come across a bad map, we see it, we back out. And even then, some of the bad maps, we could play through it. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could play. Like, Wasteland. I hated the hell out of Wasteland. But if it showed up and I was playing with friends, I could tolerate it. And even sometimes I'd run a gameplay on it if I had to. I mean, I didn't mind it. If people were pushing, then sure. But if everyone was hiding, then yeah, no. But when I tell you, Babylon, and Babylon's for like purely its spawns. No, actually, I'll save the spawns for its own segment because it deserves it. Babylon's an okay map. I enjoy that map. Rewind is I can tolerate it. But if you get that lobby of players who you know how they play, it's just bad. There's a bunch of, number one, there's a bunch of empty space. Like, the chicken area can just not exist. Literally just condense the map to, like, the back area and then just the buildings. Just remove the entire, like, left side of the map, and I think it's 10 times better. That could just be me, though. But no, there's just a bunch of empty room on the map, and everyone's just playing in the buildings anyway. It doesn't really matter. I think that Warhead is a terrible map. Anyone that plays Warhead literally head glitches on the buildings or sits in the. When I tell you that bus needs, just remove the map. Remove it. Once Nuketown comes out, remove that map. I don't want to see it ever again, bro. Because people genuinely play Warhead like a bunch of losers, and plus the map just doesn't flow well. No spawns rarely flip unless you get like a lucky like push into their like spawn. Like, I mean really lucky. It doesn't flip because no one's moving and the map doesn't flow well enough to be like pushing everything around. Rewind's a bad map. Scud, I'm gonna be honest, I used to hate Scud, but Scud's actually like a little better when, once again, everyone's not playing like a pussy. When everyone's not playing like a bitch, it's okay, but even then, it's still tolerable. You can like flank around a bunch. But yeah, no, number one, it's a tribute to the players. The players play annoying, then you're gonna get annoyed. Actually, no. Vorkuta. Fucking Vorkuta. I have never played a map that has actually visually and like mentally given me AIDS before. That map is horrid. I listen, when I first played it, I was like, "Oh, this map isn't bad." But once you start playing it more and more and you get story through like the SBMM, the map and its spawns and the people who play it and just how it's designed is horrendous. It's garbage. It's a terribly designed map in my honest opinion. But I'm done with the map rant. Most of the other maps I can tolerate, and I don't really play search a whole lot anymore. I'll talk about that a little later, but yeah, this next one, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why this is even a feature. I don't know. This may be a bug. This may be a glitch. But God forbid if this is a feature, I don't know what y'all were thinking when y'all made this a thing. But frangible when you have no gun out. At first, I thought people were no joke running. I thought there was frangible disabling in the game. But whenever you mantle on anything, you just get hit with 30 flash grenades and you can't move. And it doesn't help that the mantle animation takes like 70 years. Even regardless if you made it up there at the speed light or anyway, you're getting cooked by the frangible. It's so bad. And at first I was like, okay, maybe it's the mantling. No, if you're running with your knife out, or if you're climbing, you will get hit with frangible disabling by a person's gun. I don't know why or who thought that that was a good idea. Like when I tell you this game is good, it's a good. I'm having fun with the game somewhat, but when they make these stupid decisions, like someone sat down and said, "Let's do this," and they agreed. Who in the hell? Frangible disabling is already a dog shit thing to have in a video game. It's already terrible. It's an annoying like crutch item to have on your gun when you don't want to get into an actual gunfight. You just want to literally make someone suffer when you shoot them. I don't want to like not only do I have to take 17 years to climb up, not only do I have no ones on my knife, you then are literally shooting with stuns and flash grenades. You're throwing Mike Tyson right hooks at my cranium. What is that? Why are we doing that? Stop. God, man. Like, and I'm hoping when I talk about all this, I'm not discouraging you from buying this game. If you like a fast-paced shooter, I'd recommend the finals. Truly. But if you like COD and you used to like how fast-paced COD was and you like a game that's just movement, you know, movement oriented, I guess, then I think that, you'll like this game. I enjoy this game. But there's once again this glaring issue. So I'll say either wait for a sale or wait until they like mess with all this stuff and get it fixed. Because I'm gonna be honest, the biggest issue definitely is a few of these things, but the biggest one has to be the TTK in my honest opinion. But we're gonna get to the other few bigger issues that are like, plaguing the game. But no. Alright, this next one happens like once in a blue moon, but I'm gonna do it with a part 2 as well because it's another bug that happens in I think only search. It might happen in other game modes, but it's dog shit annoying. The first one, there's a weird loadout bug going around where if you pick a certain gun, I don't know. Actually, it's just random. It just happens randomly. And it's like you could just be unlucky as shit, but you will get somebody else's classes. This isn't a joke, by the way. I literally remember when I was trying to make a shotgun class, I literally loaded in with somebody's pre-ordered shotgun, like, blueprint for a game. And then it was another time I was trying to use the Goblin MK2, I think, and I got, like, somebody's gold MP5 or XM4, and then when I tried to switch to another gun, I got his MP5, then another gun, and it was like his sniper, and I'm like, what am I, what is this? No, that's a once in a lifetime bug. It rarely happens, but it shouldn't be it shouldn't be happening, period. Like, ever. Like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, stupid even. But this next part of this thing is a bug that I'm gonna be honest was only ever a issue in like 2019, MW2, stuff like that. When you try to change your class, and I don't know if this is a search thing, but when I tell you the amount of times I get kicked out of the menu or the visual bugs out and I don't know what's happening anymore is thin to none. That why? If y'all can't make a functioning changing your loadout in the game, don't add it anymore. I'm so sick of when I'm trying to go like change like attachment on my gun or change my gun because I'm getting cooked and I want to use something else. And then I'm not joking. It goes like this: you go into the menu, you click on your gun, it backs you out of the menu. You open back up the menu, and now you're looking at the gun, so you can go to gunsmith. But I get confused and don't think I'm there, or it shows you a whole nother gun that you're not using. So then you try to back out, and then the visual thing either changes back to the gun you were trying to edit, or it fully backs you out of the menu. And then you go back and try and do it, and then it backs you out again. And I'm like, oh, this is a joyous system. There was another one that I think they patched out. When you go look at attachments, it straight up dev errors you back to the menu. I thought that one was ridiculous, and I don't know how that happens, but yeah, once again, God forbid. But yeah, no, that is a big issue. We need that fixed ASAP. Now this next one, it's just an annoyance. I don't know why. I don't know why they thought this was a funny idea, but some of the perks in this game and even the specialties are fucking like ridiculous. I don't know if y'all watch Slade. I don't know if someone else has this already, like as a thing. But if you reselect the loadout and search and you have on like the recon perks, you just get wall hacks. And I'm gonna be honest, why is that even a perk? Why are legal wall hacks the second you spawn into the game a perk? Like, I understand high alert. High alert is probably top 10 crutch perks of all time because people are awful. I won't hold you. I was a high alert user a long time ago, but that's because I used to like blast music and I did not want to get caught off guard in multiplayer. I was a little bitch. Y'all can watch my old Call of Duty gameplay. I was the guy with claymores, a Reese munitions box, and a Dragon Breath R90 sitting in a build. I was sitting on hardpoint, bro. I was a little bitch. But now that I'm actually good at the game, it pisses me off when I'm like sneaking up somebody and they turn around because they have high alert on. You and then not to mention, like, and I realized that this was an issue when I was playing on Face Off, right? I was playing on what's that, Stakeout, and somebody literally peeked into the vent I was crawling out of to like just pre-fire the shit out of me, and I'm like, how did he know I was there? He literally spawns in, and you can see me on his screen through his walls in the vent, and I'm like, what? Like what? No, dude, who is doing this? Like, why? Why? Why is this the thing? Why? This is like, you know what? You know what? Just remove that one strictly. I dead ass think that is probably top 10 worst things in the game. Having legal wall hacks, and then sometimes you just get straight up high alert. I don't mind the high alert. Some people need it. Some people are so terrible they need the high alert. I'm glad when it was nerfed in MW3 because god damn it, I was so sick of people whipping around the second they like saw me. Like I was on their screen. It's ridiculous. But my other complaint is that some of the perks in some categories are straight up just not good. And some of the perks that you're using aren't worth the specialty. I'll say it. Like I like the enforcer specialty, but when I tell you the only two things I feel are the movement speed and the attack sprint speed, that's not a joke. Quick regen doesn't really feel like it. Where I wish it was like quick fix. In my honest, but like when you get a kill, you instantly like heal back up instead of having to stem. Because I would rather just not run it. I only run it for the speed. The speed is the best part about it. I generally, I feel like a little cracker when I'm running around. I'm like, it's nice. But I genuinely, the only thing I get it for is for the quick regen, and it is the least helpful thing on my kit. And then even then, there's two perks I use that I don't even like using. I think it's dexterity and assassin. I don't like those. Double time I tolerate. But I feel like if you're gonna have a entire perk setup set up to speed and health, you should have all the perks correlate. You know, like fast hands and God forbid ninja. I don't mind if it's on there or not, just whatever. Just have perks that make you like, play the game faster and stuff like that. Like instead of just having perks that literally don't even really correlate. Like melee, especially melee fucking sucks. Especially when you have the frangible disabling. Yeah, you know what? Have it to where if you have all these perks on, make it to where you don't get frangible when you don't have a gun out. How about that? Yeah, let's arrange that. What I'm saying is that the perk selection sucks for certain trees, and they don't make a lot of sense. But yeah, no, and also remove the wall hacks. That's an awful thought process. Who made that? Who made that and thought that was hilarious? Y'all are stupid. Y'all are dumb. Now these next two, nah, I guess next three, but next two are big hitters and why I hate playing this game. The spawns on all of these maps are god awful. When I tell you I play shipment. I played shipment for 2 years straight. And I can understand why the spawns are bad. The map is literally a small contained box. It is like you literally take 2 steps, you're in front of somebody. And I can understand why I spawned in and get shot at, but there is no, and I mean no excuse, I'm no joke, spawning in front of people sliding into me on some of these maps. It is ridiculous. And sometimes there's just nothing I can do about it. Like, I will literally spawn in, And then there's other times where I will spawn into the map, I will shoot one guy, and then the entire enemy team is behind me. I'm like, what the fuck am I playing? Or, and I literally trip this, I'll get upset and I'll be like, yo, you're using the power of friendship, where I will swing a corner and there's three of them there. I'm not even joking. I'm starting to think literally there's no, like, they aren't doing it on purpose. I'm swinging a corner and they literally decide to spawn them all there. Why is that a thing? I genuinely don't think there's spawn logic in this game, and that's probably the thing that's killing it. The thing that are killing all these small maps, which I don't mind. I don't mind playing these base maps. I generally might play these over Nuketown some days because I'm like, I can enjoy these maps. I can get good at search by playing on these maps and stuff like that. But when the spawns are so unbelievably garbage that I can't play for longer than 15 minutes without wanting to shoot myself in the head, I get a little upset. I get a little angry, and I get a little, you know what, I'm getting off. That's literally why I got off today. No joke, I think I was playing on Vorkuta. I killed like one guy, and then for some reason, somebody was already behind me, and I just spawned in. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm not even joking. I think this is why I put this in the list. The spawns in this game are bad, and people know it. And honestly, it won't affect me in search, but this next one will. Treyarch, why did y'all remove end of round or game chat? The game feels so much more dead when I can't talk to the enemy anymore. Y'all already removed disbanding lobby. Y'all already removed like lobby staying together. You started disbanding us, but now you're literally not letting us talk to each other anymore. Not even gonna lie, that was probably the best thing about some of these games was being able to like that's what I did meme builds for, meme strats and all this was to show people, hey, you can have fun in this game. And some people would be like, yo, that looks stupid as fuck. And just to get people upset or maybe get people talking about like what I'm doing. It's like, yo, this is ridiculous. But now it's just crickets. It's just silence. There's just nothing going on anymore. And I don't know why this is like allowed. Like, why? Why did y'all like make this conscious decision? And it's why I haven't been playing Search. There's no reason for me to. You can't get reactions and stuff anymore because no one's talking. And when there's no one talking, genuinely, there's no interest in the game. I'm not interested. I really don't like sweating my dick off. I don't. I don't like going into the games and just playing to win. Like, I play to have fun and to, like, troll and make people just go like, yo, what is this guy doing? But when that's not happening anymore because y'all removed that, it's like, why am I playing Search? Why do I play this game mode? There's just no point. I don't feel motivated to shit on somebody when they're not talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can shoot my body, sure, but like that's about it. Like, it's just like it's probably just like I can't even talk to this guy. I don't know who he is. You know, like I hope that they eventually do like revert this decision. Maybe if it's a bug, I hope it's a bug. If it's not a bug, then y'all, y'all are dastardly. Like Call of Duty needs to realize that there is shit talk for a reason. People shit talk for fun. They don't do it because there's. I really hope nobody takes anything to heart. When I call you a shit can, I hope you don't actually go out of your way to go like find where I live. It's all banter. We're all having a good time. Nobody's actually gonna go napalm somebody's side. That's just not gonna happen. Like I genuinely think that like it's just a snowflake mentality, chat. Ain't nobody actually taking this shit seriously. We're all just having a good time, and removing this one thing genuinely makes the game 10 times more boring. And I think everyone will agree with me when I say that. Okay, now let's move on to these last two things. One being server lag. My packets are bursting. That's all I'm going to say. It's been bad over the last week. And it's only been this week, so I'm not really that upset about it. And plus, I'm used to lagging all over the place anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. And this last one isn't really... It's been an issue in, like, multiple CODs, but dead sliding is one of the biggest and most heinous crimes I've ever seen in my life. And if you don't know what a dead slide is, it's when you go to slide... And your character instead prones instead of sliding. Yeah, it's gotta be killed on multiple occasions, but it's a minimal thing. But yep, I yepped for almost 30 minutes about these problems with these games. And it's because I'm passionate about this game. I enjoy this game and I want to play it and I want to, make content on the game. I said it before. I got off of MW3 to play this. I didn't want to play MW3 anymore. I didn't mind MW3. I thought it was a okay game, but that's because I played MW2 and Vanguard the years before. Like, nothing could have been worse than those two games, I'll say it. But, like, when you remove, like, you have a good game. You have something solid sitting in front of you. You're like, man, I can't wait to drop this, and then you have all of these issues. Like, what am I supposed to, like, think, I had aim assist on here, but honestly, I got over it. I kind of just had to mess with my sense a lot. and then now I'm getting used to it. Now I'm getting good at gunfighting again. You know, I'm actually like wanting to get good at this game. But there's nothing for me really to do. All this stuff in this game genuinely makes me like just annoyed. I have been playing zombies. It's kind of mid in my opinion. It's better than what, you know, yeah, once again, Vanguard and fucking MW. Nothing can be worse than those though. It's uncontested. But yeah, I'm out of here. I hope y'all do enjoy the clips I most likely did toss in this video that I just have lying around. It's been Sam, and I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. And hey, listen, genuinely, if y'all do enjoy Call of Duty, go buy the game. It's a good game in my opinion. It just needs a lot of work. Like a lot of work. Like once everything gets ironed out, I genuinely think this could be the best COD like in the 2020s, I guess. Since BO4, I'll say it. Yeah, BO4 was peak. I'm joking. Cold War was peak, in my opinion. I mean, whatever was the last game y'all enjoyed, 2019 doesn't count. 2019 was shit. Anyway, I'm out of here. Bye bye. Peace.